this year I've found myself doing an unusual amount of traveling. And obviously when you travel, that means you can't carry a firearm with you when you're on that airplane. So I want to take a moment and kind of talk about the weapons I actually do carry on the airplane. I've carried these every single time I've traveled, and I've spent time international as well. Like at no point did anybody question these except for once somebody did question them. But I think they're critical weapons to carry, and I just kind of want to talk about them for a second. There's two of them. Now a third I accidentally carried, but they just didn't catch it, but it was an accident. I won't talk about that one. These one I purposefully carry. And the first one is a Clarius flashlight. Man, this thing is incredible. Here's why. Because it has a toggle switch that does a strobe. And the strobe is very significant because one, no matter what the situation is, you take that person's eyes out of the equation, at least when they look at you. The other is it throws their balance off significantly. It throws off their depth perception significantly. Even if it's just a hand-to-hand combat situation, strobing their eyes definitely gives you the advantage. Huge advantage in the situation. But even if a gun was involved, it's a great advantage to have because there's all sorts of things that can be done while you're strobing their eyes. Now, the other thing I carry is this atomic bear pen. Now, this is a great pen because, one, it's a pen. It's an okay pen, but it is a pen. It's never been questioned. The flashlight's been questioned. I'll talk about that in a second. But the pen has never been questioned. And this is kind of a tactical pen. The tip could definitely cause some serious damage. There's all sorts of things that can be done with this pen. Check out their website. It's pretty interesting. It comes with some instructions on how to use it. And the other thing I like about it is it's got the padded end. If you're holding it, it definitely gives you an advantage. It can break glass, that sort of thing. So I think if you have these two things, you definitely have some sort of an advantage for sure, versus nothing at all. This is definitely better than nothing. And that's usually what most people get on the airplane with, is nothing. Now, the flashlight only was questioned once when it was actually packed in my carry-on. They thought it was a taser. So now I just throw it in the bucket, essentially. I take it out. Now I carry it in my pocket. Usually I just happen to have it there at the time, but I carry it in my pocket and I throw it in the bucket when I'm going through there. That way they can stare at it. They don't have to say, whose bag is this? And I have to go through that. So anyhow, I just want to let you know, there you go. That's what I carry every single time, internationally, everywhere I've gone. Nobody's ever questioned it other than once they thought it was a taser. And this flashlight too also has, if you look at the ends of it, it definitely has an advantage to it as well, that you could use this as a weapon. So you're kind of carrying two weapons. Really fantastic. Any insights you might have or any other weapons that you can think of? I just think it's important. I'm definitely a calm traveler. These are simply in case people are tripping around me. So this has really nothing to do with any sort of tactical advantage other than a defensive situation only. So any thoughts or insight on that, put that below. Would like to take a moment, definitely hit that subscribe button. Most important part of this channel, we take prayer requests. Never hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.